Okay, cool. Here we are. The final countdown. The last bit, the home stretch. These are our current rankings. Just, I don't know, pause the video if you want to see. If you're watching the video, who knows? Yeah, let's finish this up, shall we? Calcit. Where does Calcit go? She's not a homie. I'm sorry. But she treats us like garbage. I know we get lore for her in Lone Trail, which is coming up, but as of right now, she exists. And I'm not even sure if we are if I'm happy to have her around. I'm happy to have her around because she's actually pretty strong. But as a person, she's just highly unpleasant towards us, and I don't really vibe with that. Someone's gonna yell at me for this if yeah, most likely. Carnelian. I have her M3'd, man. I never use her because Phalanx casters. But she seems cool. You know, she seems like the reliable sort. Plus her design is... I love her design. It's so nice. Kirara. I actually don't forget this. She exists because she has a gamer skin that has like little Monster Hunter gameplay on it. That said, I don't know too much about her, so here she goes. Benna. I actually have Benna on 3 as well. Because I thought the Dollkeeper mechanic was really cool. This was before Spalter came out, right? Laurentina. But I like her voice actress in Japanese. It's got like that really nasally quality that I'd expect from a little gremlin character like this. I'm happy to have her around, sure. I forget this lady exists most of the time, I'm sorry. Palace just got a skin from Recalgo. And I like her theme song. Carry the Torch, I believe it's called. It sounds so cool. As a character, I know she just likes to drink and watch people like compete and stuff. And she's got this thing about heroes, so I think she'd be pretty chill. I don't know if she's one of the... I don't know her well enough to be a homie, though, so she'll be pretty cool. Okay. I think Summer Chen might have mellowed out just a tiny bit to where she's not just screaming at everyone. I mean, she still screams at people in the trailer, or I mean, in the event, the Solis event. But that's just mostly at Swire, right? Or not Swire, sorry. Lynn, right? And she's strong. I think I'll just have to put her above her base form at the very least. I like Mizuki. Well, he's just hungry. I'm pretty sure he's a Seaborn. Like, IS2, I'm pretty sure confirms that he's got like some Seaborn bits in him. So he's pretty cool. I won't put him in one of the homies because I'm pretty sure he'll try to eat you, so I feel like these two have to go together. Fine, we'll do Pluma first. La Pluma. You know, they call Scotty head empty. I think this one is more head empty, honestly. Like, she just does as she's told, and I'm not sure I vibe with that. Because if someone told her to kill me, she probably would. I don't even doubt. Okay, this man is, he exists. I almost don't care for him, but okay, I get child vibes off him from Genshin Impact. But he was pretty helpful. Like, he didn't just straight up like shit on us during the Solis event. He was actually pretty helpful right up until he decided to do his big coup thing, right? He seems friendly enough. Like, he seems like he's genuinely friendly. But, you know, due to circumstances, we were just on opposite sides. So, yeah, sure. Now that he's on our side, let's say we're happy to have him around. Salak? I think it's pronounced Salak. Salak, something like that. I mean, she's a Joan of Arc type, right? Like, every anime game has to have it. I mean, she is diligent. She is, you know... Like, she is your typical Joan of Arc character, so I already place her fairly high just for that. Like, I love the justice types, you know? Not like super hardline follow the law justice, but like the ones that really just want to make sure people are doing well. I like those characters, so I'm gonna put her here and pretty cool. I don't know her too well, so I like Mulberry. I think she's cute. I like her like color, her design, where it's like mostly black and white, but then you get like tiny splashes of red in there and some blue as well. I just think it looks really cool. I do have her M3, but again, I think she's one of the quiet sort, and I probably wouldn't have anything to talk to her about. Talk with her about. I couldn't carry a conversation. I mean, I can't do that normally, but especially against like quiet people, I can't. So we're gonna put her in pretty cool. So I do like her, Roberta. Yeah, Roberta goes in besties. I like her a lot. She's loud. She's funny. She doesn't. It doesn't seem like she takes things too seriously. She's just here to have a good time, and I'm all about it. So she's gonna go here in besties. I just like her a lot, honestly. I have her M3, which I mean I never use her, but hey. Ashlock. This is Ashlock, right? I get the knights mixed up all the time. I'm sorry. She exists. I don't know what she did in the event. I think that's Ashlock, right? No. Ashlock is this one. Oh my god, I can't remember. I actually can't remember. They look the same, man. Come on. Just from like this art. In any case, I feel like that should already just downgrade them. Yeah. Like I can't even tell the difference between the two. I mean, I can't even like remember the names of one of them. One of them is Ashlock. So yeah, they go there. Neural, the Radiant. I mean, yeah, same as Neural. Same as base Neural. Like she is your quintessential knight. You know, she is the paladin. Plus her skills are a lot cooler. Flametail, I think is actually pretty cool. Like her little cinematic. Like she's just trying to get the people help, and that's always nice. She does get her ass kicked though. So, I mean, do with that what you will. I don't know what this man does. He seems sketchy as hell to me, but I've literally never looked at him beyond like his operator introduction, which you're forced to look at because you have to read the thing when you roll them, right? Honeyberry's cute. I like Honeyberry. I'd actually put her with Mulberry. I leveled these two at the same time. I don't know why. They do basically the same thing. Wildmane, right? She looks like she would be fun to have around. Like, yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to have her around, sure. I like Pudding. Pudding's cool. I use her in IS2 a lot because she's cheap in terms of recruitment. And having like pseudo CC, well, it's not pseudo CC, but like CC stapled onto primarily damage is always fun. 29 points to drop though, which is rough. I forget what the robot is called. Yeah, I forget what the robot's called. Justice Knight, right? It's a robot. I don't have a high opinion. I don't have an opinion on the robots really, especially the newer ones. You go here. He exists. Gnosis. I know it's Gnosis. Gnosis goes. The Yarak event, I really didn't pay attention to. I just know Silver Ash was kind of a dick. But I also think Gnosis was kind of like he blew up like a train. I know that, or a bridge, something like that. So just for the terrorism, we're gonna go ahead and say he exists. I won't say I dislike him because I don't know him well enough. Like I know Silver Ash is just straight up a dick. This man, he might have had some reason. Not that that excuses it, but yeah, I'm sorry. Her design is cool. Polar bear, very cool. I forget why is she here. Yara, as an actual god, I am happy to have her around, especially since it seems like she is on our side. Or at the very least, she's not openly antagonistic towards us, which is good. Salem. You know, I built him for IS1. I never used him. Like, why recruit a defender who does some damage when you can just recruit, like, Gummy or Beagle and have them do most of the job you were going to use this guy for anyways? That said, I know he exists, so he goes here. I really like Nine Color Deer. Her design is so pretty. I know nothing about, like, she's a collab unit, right? So I know nothing about the movie she came from. I haven't seen it, but she's cool. Oh, she gets a skin too. I remember that. I mean, Blue Woman Ling, right? I'd say she's a bestie. Like, I would go drinking with her regularly. Like, she just wants to enjoy life, and I can appreciate that very much. Mr. Lee. So you know how I put Mr. Nothing here because he was kind of sketchy? I think Lee actually needs to go a bit higher. Because while Lee does strike me as the sketchy sort, I feel like that's the surface thing, right? Like he talks like he has a smooth tongue. He does have a smooth tongue. Silver tongue, sorry. But also he takes care of the kids. And he's genuinely trying to help people. And he's competent. So, you know, I respect him a lot more for that. I don't know what this guy does. Like, he's in the story occasionally. He does stuff, but like he's just there, man. At least Lee, I can like pinpoint some significant things he's done. Plus, he's got connections. He's got some serious connection. Like, what did this man do to put him in his position? Really? Black Knight. I am infinitely disappointed that they haven't given her an Australian voice actor. Like, the way she speaks in game, or in like the text, does not match to her actual voice, which is, I mean, I would have preferred it that way, honestly. She exists. I don't dislike her by any means. Gigi, yeah. Gigi's one of the homies. She's just doing her best, you know. She's just trying to get through life, and while she's doing that, she's trying to help people out too. You know, she's trying to pay for her family, man. She's trying to make sure all her brothers and sisters have a good life, trying to make sure her mother doesn't have to work as much. I highly appreciate that. Quercus, she is Golden Glow's friend. Also, her skill's kind of cool with Horn. I don't have a Horn, but I've used one from support, and her and Quercus are kind of funny. She seems cool. Fiametta. I don't know if I'm happy to have her around, honestly. She is single-minded. She is the definition of single-minded. She wants to find Anduin and like destroy him. I feel like she'd be the sort who would just give you the cold shoulder because she's just busy doing her thing. I'm not sure I would really get along with that. Who? Like, she got released right before Spectre Alter did. Like, you're gonna release a Dollkeeper before like a stronger Dollkeeper comes out? Come on. Why you gotta do that? Enforcer. I'm actually happy to have this guy around. Like, I don't know too much about him, but I do know he spent most of guiding ahead, like, protecting Cecilia. Even though, like, his job was to, like, capture her or something. So, yeah. He seems like a good guy, at least. I don't know him, but he seems like a good guy. I get along with him. Horn. I know I was just talking about her, but I know nothing about her character. I've only gotten up to chapter 9, I want to say. I'm severely behind. So I know she shows up in chapter 11. I haven't gotten there yet. She exists for now. I'm sure I'll like her when she actually comes out. Heidi, I don't know you. Same with these two. Like, oh, I like her voice though. Her English voice sounds cool. But I mean, as characters, I don't know any of them. Irene is going to be pretty cool. I love her English voice. Her kit's fun. And her character development in what was it? It's not Undertides. It's the one after Undertides. Or was Undertides the second one? I'm getting my Abyssal events mixed up. The second Abyssal event, Stultifera Navis. She had like a really cool arc there. I really liked it. Plus, like, if you go through her voice records, she starts to warm up to us, and it's like she's putting on this front, but she's also like, she's got her own concerns, and she does worry about us sometimes. So I like her. Lumen is just a good guy, you know. He's just trying to make things work. He's trying to make sure everyone's getting theirs and that no one's getting screwed, and, you know, he's just been dealt kind of a shitty hand. I appreciate him. I don't know who you are. Erato. I have her built, again, for Sleep Nights, which never really worked. Her Christmas skin looks cool. Looks very comfy. I'm happy to have her around, sure. I don't think she does anything that would really anger me. Eben Holtz. Oh, man. Eben Holtz. See, here's the thing. I like Eben Holtz. I do think he is a bit stuck up. And also, I don't think I want to hear him talk about, like, how shit his life has been all the time. That said, his English voice is great. I'm happy to have him around. I feel like these two should be swapped in terms of ranking. Right, because they're pretty cool, makes me assume. Like, I don't know them too well, but yeah, they're cool. And happy to have around is like, I know them and I'm glad they're here. Yeah, let's swap these tiers around. This is the most jank thing, I swear to God. Right, because I think they're pretty cool implies like you know them a bit less than normal, or than you normally would. Oh, it actually copy paste like the background too. That's weird. Cherny. He's got this funny voice line where he just yells angrily with a German accent. Which means I don't generally like it when people yell. But also, he does seem to, like, if you don't piss him off, he does seem he'd at least humor you. So yeah, sure. He's cool. Dorothy. I can't remember. Okay, so my Ryan's lore is bad. Dorothy's event, I skimmed at the very least. I get the broad strokes of it. But from what I get, she tried to use people as batteries for her experiments. Which isn't cool, right? But she was doing it for a good cause, right? I'm gonna put her, but I'm not like apathetic towards her. I do think she had like the best intentions. She just executed it really poorly. Plus her character song is really cute. She's cool. Minimalist is, I don't care for this man at all. Like, I don't remember too much of Gabriel's summer event, but all I do remember is this guy just yelled the entire time. I'm not having it. Poziomka. I'm happy to have her around, honestly. Like, she writes, she's quiet. Like, she is very, you know, she feels familiar to me. She feels like someone I could just chill with. Cantabile. She came around the same time as Gabrielle Alter. I don't remember if she was actually in the event though. I know nothing about this girl. I use her. She's strong. I know nothing about her. Uncle Horse. Okay, here's the thing, right? When he acts, I'm like 99% sure he's just doing it because he thinks it's the best thing to do at the time. But the man will snark you to death, right? He will just talk shit to you until you are 6 feet under. I don't think you can gain this man's approval. He is just going to he's just gonna, you know, what's the word? Chastise you till the end of time. So maybe not hang out with him all the time. He is cool though. He is cool and strong. Also, his new skin looks so goddamn cool. Proviso, you know, I really wish she was better. I would have built her, absolutely. That said, she exists. She looks cool, man. Highmore she's got a kind of a sad backstory. I did finish one ending of IS2 where she turns into like the big jellyfish, and then we end up eating her arms. I don't know much about her besides that though, so yeah, well, she's pretty cool. I like her a lot. Just from her design alone, I like her a lot. That said, I don't know too much about her. Luohe, right? That's his name? Something like that? It's a collab unit. I don't know the original media it's from. I just know he exists, and he turns into a kid, right? Stainless has a cool voice actor. He's got a cool song. Again, I'm behind on story, but I believe he's something of a freedom fighter for Victoria. Yeah, he's cool. I feel like if he wasn't busy with his freedom fighting activities, he'd actually be just cool to hang out with. I know nothing about Dagda. I know she was a free unit. I know nothing about her. This unit, I always assumed was related to Aofiala somehow, because they look the same, but this one is clearly not even the same race, so what the hell. Totter, the other tired uncle. I actually haven't built because he can hit invisible units, which I think is just, I mean, it's good niche utility. He doesn't do a lot of damage though, so maybe that was a waste, but who knows. Though I know nothing else about him. He exists. Penance. I like Penance. I like Penance a lot. I wouldn't have her in one of the homies though, because I feel like she'd just be constantly nagging you about stuff. I mean, she already does it with Vigil, right? And I mean, Vigil. See, my immediate reaction to this man when I first saw him was that he was just like your usual edgy loner boy. But I mean, he's trying to make Syracuse better. He is doing his damnedest to make sure like people are like taken care of when everyone else just wants power, and I can respect that. That said, he does have like a lot of self-doubt, and that does annoy me a little bit. He's pretty cool. Also, his kid is hot garbage. Lunacub, I don't know why she was in that event. I mean, I know why, right? It was to introduce more fangs. But she came in really late. She was introduced really late to the event, and she played such a minimal role that if she just hadn't been there to begin with, it wouldn't have mattered. As a character, all she does is ask you for food. She exists. I do have her built, but she just exists. Kani Palat. Chani Palat? I don't know. I forget he exists until I saw him. This character, Quartz, she reminds me of Quan Chi from Chainsaw Man. And I am goddamn livid that they made her kid garbage. It's so sad. I would have absolutely built her if she was even like marginally good. But apparently her kid is just the worst. And that's really bad. I hate it. She would have been such a cool character to build. Also, they remove her eye patch in her E2, which is like, why? What's the point? Why would you do that? Harmony. Alright, just for the face, she's already going to, they're pretty cool. That said, she's staying in pretty cool, yeah. Like, she gives me the sense of someone who will get the job done, but she won't do it without like absolutely just not nagging, but like, you know, giving you a headache the entire time. I don't think I can handle that. Puzzle, I know nothing about this guy. He exists. Well, did I even remember he exists? No, I didn't really. Alright. Lynn, Rat Girl. Miss Cake. Definitely not a homie. I'm not even sure I'm happy to have her around. She's kind of bossy. Is she cool? Yeah, she's cool. Like, she does have a heart under it all. She does try to help people, but she's got so many layers of like Ice Queen on top of it that I'd rather not deal with it. Chong Yue, on the other hand, is a bro. He is a homie, a bestie for sure. Like, this man, I feel you can just rely on him for anything and he'll come through, you know? Like, he gave up his power just because he wanted to fight people better. I think that was the lore. I did read through this event. I actually read through this event. I just can't remember why he gave up his power exactly. But I just know he did, and then he just started chilling at the High Court for whatever reason. Like, he was just there. I like her a lot. She's the CEO of her own company, and she like made it better. Like, brought it out of poverty or something, or made it so it didn't fail when it should have. Her kit is cool. I wish it was better. Like, I think it's a unique take on a kit that doesn't necessarily step on Horns's kit. But it's just not as impactful as I'd like. That said, I think as a character she's cool. I mean, I don't like her. I'm sorry. I don't like her. She had reasons for what she did. But the entire event, like, she caused problems for the entire event, all right? And that just annoyed me. I know it shouldn't, but it does. I don't really care for her. Chubai, on the other hand, I like her a lot. She's cool. I'd actually be happy to have her around. Right? Because she goes through this whole arc of hating the person who killed her father and then finally coming to terms and reconciling with it and then sort of finding her own way after that. I can appreciate her. Who are you? Terror Research Commission. It's 3 cats stacked on top of each other. I would absolutely be besties with these guys. Are you kidding me? Like, we just chill. They're cats, man. Inez. Okay. So, full disclosure, Dark Knight's Memoir happened in year 1, I believe. I don't remember it. I read through half of it, and I think I just skipped through the rest of the story because I was getting, like, late. Like, the event was about to end. I need to just rush through the story so I didn't, like, lose anything, right? I could actually farm and shit. As a result, I don't actually know what Inez's personality is. I know she's a goat when the rest of them are sarcas, and I think she files down her horns so that people think she's a sarcas. I don't know anything about her. She exists. I feel like she might like stab you just for the hell of it, but I couldn't say one way or another. This is one of Siege's gang, and I forgot she exists. I like this one. She was just released on NA, or Global, I mean. She's kind of funny. She reminds me of, I mean, obviously she reminds me of Gurren Lagann. You know, the big fucking drill. Plus she has like some stupid high defense. She's not super useful outside of just being a damage sponge, but you know what? That's fine. I'm happy to have her around. She seems like she'd be a good, like, just fun to have around. Hummus, I don't care about you. She exists. Eureka, right? That's her name? Okay. So for most of these, I know none of them. I know very little about CN lore. Like, my CN lore is just non-existent. So let's see here. These two, I probably, okay, so silence, I like silence. I mean, I like base silence already, so cooler silence is obviously going to go a rank higher than that. Now she'll probably go in the same rank. I don't think her personality has shifted too much. Elsie's, I like her. I feel like she'd be a bestie. You know? I mean, I can't really say much besides that. Whole Hayok. I think I feel like we saw her in one of the Rhine events that we've already had. Dorothy's Vision. She was in Dorothy's Vision, right? That said, I don't know a ton about her. I saw her cinematic, right? And she looked kind of psycho in there. Her song's really nice. For now, I'm going to put her in They Exist, because I don't know enough about her. I'm worried she might be a little crazy, but hey, what are you going to do? Swire. Okay, where did I put regular Swire? I think I put her here, right? Somewhere in here? No, I didn't. Where did I put Swire, man? Oh, no, there she is. Okay. I would like to believe that Swire on vacation is going to be a little less high-strung than regular Swire. So we're going to give her a benefit of the doubt and say she'll be, you know, relatively chill and put her in there pretty cool. As for the rest of these, Hoderer was, I mean, again, Dark Knight's Memoirs didn't really leave an impact on me because I was still new to the game and I didn't know shit, so he's going to go there. I'm sure once we get the chapters and actually play through it, it'll be fine. Okay, now for this last layer here. So I don't know any of these characters, right? I don't know what they do. I don't know who they are or whatever. So they're all, you know, by default going to go into who actually are you, right? But that's boring. So I'm going to rank them based on their looks. I mean, they're all going in actually who actually are you, but where they might go is going to be based on their looks. So first of all, you. Eureka seems like she would just spit on you. And I'm not really into that. I would say she exists. Yeah, I would say if I knew who she was, she would exist. Melanite looks like she'd be really cool. Now, whether she'd be cool as a person, I'm not sure. She's got kind of like that ice cold gaze, which makes me think she's kind of condescending. But I mean, aside from that, yeah, she'd probably go and they exist as well. I don't even know these two's names. This guy looks generic as hell. He would actually just go into who actually are you? I mean, it's a pretty lady with a halo. I mean, yeah, no, she's just also who actually are Typhon. I really like her character song. It sounds so cool. If you haven't heard it, I highly recommend. Mortal Eye sounds really good. That said, just based on design alone, she does give me Jessica vibes. Base Jessica vibes, right? Where she seems a little unsure of herself, so she'd probably be happy to have her around because I don't think she'd be hugely aggressive or, abrasive. But I'd probably just have nothing to talk with her about. Santala. I know she was an NPC. I don't know what event for. Probably Kirag, which is why I don't remember her. I'm not a huge fan of her design, and she does seem like the sort who would just like scam the hell out of you if she got the chance. Like she's definitely part of an MLM, right? Like that's like there's a Ponzi scheme going on, and she's in charge of it. So I mean, I won't say I dislike her. She exists, bordering on the don't really care for. I don't even know her name. I have no idea who this is. I don't remember seeing this person at all. She looks sketch as hell, though. Is she the only character we have that's just looking at you straight on? Like, full, just head-on view. No, like, tilt or angle to it. I think she is. Why did they do that? I literally don't know this character. Ponceris. Okay, this one reminds me of a cross between Sucrose from Genshin Impact and Pella from Star Rail. Though I feel like she'd have Pella's personality just based on her expression. I think Pella's cool, but also Pella would just nag you. So she probably would go and they exist as well. I feel like that's where most of these are going to go. Bryophyte, that's his name. This man makes me think of the protagonist's best friend in any shonen anime where he's very what's the word, zealous, right? He's got spunk, he's got gumption, he's very raring to go, right? But then he gets his ass kicked because the main character needs a power up, and that's how we're gonna get it for him, by beating up his friend. That's the vibe I'm getting from this guy. That said, he seems like he would generally be a loyal dude, so I'd say he's pretty cool. I don't even remember her. Almond is her name. She's got gremlin features, right? She seems like the mischievous sort. She's giving me like not necessarily like Benna levels of troll, but probably a little less than that, I imagine. Yeah, she exists. I don't really feel strongly about her one way or another. Cold Shot's hot as hell. She's a new sniper archetype as well, as I understand it. I know nothing about her. She gives me meteorite vibes, I think. Well, maybe Gitano vibes. Yeah, I can see like I imagine her and Gitano would have the same personality, so probably they exist. I don't know any of these characters' names. Oh, this one's Delphine. I know this one's Delphine. I believe she has an anti-sarcasm skill or trait as well, which means she automatically gets placed in with Toddy Fawns, right? They are both gamers. I don't know the names of these two. I have no idea who these two are. This guy looks sketch as hell. For some reason, he's giving me Corsarum vibes, which means he actually just go in this tier. I don't know who this is. I like her design though. I like the little crown of like spikes here and little flowers there. It's really cool. I like that. As for where she's gonna go, no idea, man. I can't think of who she reminds me of. Okay, so yeah, she'd probably just go in They Exist, I guess. It's hard to put any of these characters I don't know anywhere above They Exist, just because like all of this implies I know them like personally at least. But yeah, I mean I don't know these characters. Now, the newest event. Who were the characters for that? It was Viviana, Arturia, Virtuosa, I guess you're calling her now, Baseline, and Lessing. Sure. Let's do them as well. I mean, I'm not going to pull them into the thing, but, you know. Arknights Baseline. Not showing docs my Reddit, I'll be honest with you. All right. Is this a woman or a man? I already can't tell. I actually can't tell. Like, it's very androgynous. Is there a profile form? Nothing. Okay. So, I mean, they look very generic, I'll be honest with you. Like, this character looks like they could be an NPC. As for where they would go here, actually, who are you? I have no strong feelings about this character. No, it's Lessing. This man, I mean, he looks cool. He also reminds me of every like isekai protagonist ever, like the hyper edgy ones. I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt and hope that he's not just super okay, I was gonna say hope that he's not super edgy all the time, but then I see this first line here. Friends, also called Ebenholz, told me about this. So he's a friend of Ebenholz, which immediately makes me think he's going to be like Ebenholz light, which means he's just going to go in the same tier as Ebenholz, honestly. So yeah, he's pretty cool, but also maybe I wouldn't hang out with him very much. Who's the last two? Viviana, Miss Candle Knight, and the other one, Virtuosa. Right. Viviana. I mean, we've seen her. We've seen these two before, actually. Yeah, honestly, I'd be happy to have her around. She just seems like she seems a bit distant, right? Like she wouldn't let you get too close, but she would be friendly. You know, she'd be courteous. She'd be civil. She might even just like she might be friendly enough to hang out with you, but I don't think she'd get super close to you. So I'd be happy to have her around. Also, I'd like to roll her, so yeah, I'd definitely be happy to have her around. As for this one, okay, I think it's very cool that Arknights includes characters who are not even just morally ambiguous. She's just morally. Is amoral the right word? She just doesn't care, right? Like, she's not doing things, I believe, out of malice. She's just doing them because she needs to do them in order to fulfill her goals, regardless of, you know, what common morality would say. And I think that's a very cool trait for a character to have. I don't think it's a trait every character should have, but one or two of them in the pool that just, you know, has that sort of feature, I think it adds a lot of texture to the game in terms of, you know, personalities and what have you. It's not all just the same shit. So on that end, I think she's a very cool character. On the other hand, I absolutely would never get along with her. Okay, her playing her violin makes you kill yourself. Like, no. I absolutely would not hang out with this lady. I think she's cool. She definitely doesn't go in They Exist. She's well ascended beyond They Exist. She's cool. She's in pretty cool. But yeah. Okay, that's the list. We finally got through this entire godforsaken thing. There were a lot of operators, man. I don't recognize a good number of them either. Oh man, I do like doing tier lists. These are fun. I know they don't get any views. Like when I look through my analytics, no one watches these videos, but these are really fun to do. I just get to talk about things for hours. I enjoyed this. I might do another one, maybe a smaller one for like Genshin or Star Rail. I haven't played Honkai Impact 3rd, so I don't know. I might do a Honkai Impact 3rd like cinematics because I know people super hype those ones up. I haven't seen them. And I mean, I've already played the other 2 games, so what the hell? Why do I keep going on tangents like that? God. But yeah, this is the tier list. I mean, I would zoom out, but I don't think it would like help, right? Because then you just can't see shit. But yeah, these are our picks. I mean, we have a good number of besties. We have a good number of homies. A lot of people we're happy to have. A lot of people are kind of cool. The rest, I mean, they're there. A handful of them we just don't like, and then who actually are like a good chunk of these operators I don't recognize. Though, to be fair, that's just because I haven't actually met like 2 lanes of this stuff. Alright, that's the video. It was a long series of videos, but hey, I had fun with this. I really did. Even if no one sees this, I had fun. So that's all that matters, right? I mean, eventually we're gonna have to start worrying about views if I like want to put like more effort into these and actually edit stuff. Then I maybe want some validation for my work. But hey, for now I'm just talking to a camera, so I'm not gonna complain too much. That's the video. Cool. See you later.